I say I do them. I'm not good at them.
Yeah, but doing them is fun.
I do a somewhat decent Mickey Mouse voice sometimes, but then it quickly descends into something else.
Proceed.
Hot dog! Ah, shucks, fellas, you're making me blush.
I mean, to be fair, that actually wasn't awful.
Yeah, that was the best one I've done so
It
far.
wasn't awful. We are fresh off the heels of Kingdom Hearts 4 being announced. With a surprise, because it's apparently been 20 years of Kingdom Hearts, which I forget the first game came out in, like, 2002.
Yeah, it came out when I was 9.
I mean,
but
you were
going on
already,
10.
like, 30 at that point, so...
Fuck off! I'm not even 30 now! Cruel man!
It took less than a minute, and we got an age joke in there. Beautiful.
You cruel man!
Excuse me while I struggle to open my energy drink.
Ha!
No!
Already opened mine.
I trimmed my nails this morning, I trimmed them too short. There we go. Right, that is cracked open. Hello and welcome back to Motorsport Manager. We're going to gloss over that this didn't happen on Friday. We're going to crack on with some today, like we did last week. We're going to try and tackle the American portion of the calendar. 2 races like last stream. We're going to knock out Phoenix, and we are going to knock out Rio de Janeiro. So if we look at the car, we're still improving Super Engine's performance. We're kind of pushing that as much as possible. And we are currently building a replacement gearbox, because currently our remaining gearboxes are, well, to put it bluntly, they are barely holding together. So hopefully once we've built one more, that will be enough to get us through, and then we can try and get a front wing made before the end of the season. That would be kind of best case scenario.
Indeed.
How are you on this fine day, Sir Mike?
I'm well. I woke up at 10 to 6, rolled out of bed, put on a dressing gown, quickly made a coffee, got the last of the yogurt, which I'd have for breakfast, sit down, turn the computer on, which thankfully, because it's on my new computer, it doesn't take 20 minutes to boot up. It takes
boots off an SSD, I imagine, yeah?
Yeah, it boots up It boots up in 20 seconds now. Give or take 5. And quickly got up the F1 for the Australia Grand Prix. The first time I've watched a very crack of dawn F1 race.
Yes, joining the problem that us other Europeans have. So, practice sessions are going to last 15 minutes as of next season, which I'm very upset about. And good day, Bold Sir Rob. Gearboxes are potato. Yes, they're pretty bad right now.
That's actually a compliment. The gearbox is less than a potato right now. It's a potato salad. It's that mushed. It's that mushed. It's turned into a potato salad.
Oh, dreadful, dreadful. But yeah, we are off the heels of the Australian Grand Prix that occurred. Well, I say we're off the heels. It was a few hours ago. It kicked off 6 hours ago, just over.
Yep.
And Forza Ferrari.
Yeah. Just quickly say, could you share the screen on the Discord?
But of course I can, sir. I've
got the actual main stream itself up, but it's a good few 10 seconds behind, so it would be heavily delayed.
There's a tiny bit of latency, I get that. Compared to the top teams of the grid, our acceleration's a bit lackluster. Lewis,
Got it.
Let's be realistic. Everything is a bit lackluster. Oh, we're actually thinking about it. How long has he got left on his... He's got 2 months left on his deal. Okay. Bolter Rob, did you enjoy the Australian Grand Prix at a silly hour this morning, or do you intend on catching it whenever it's replayed later on today? Oh, no, wait, I need information about this race. Right, pre-race preview bites. Here we go. Phoenix, 52, 3.5 miles, 10% chance of rain, 52 laps. Not really going to rain by the looks of it. Alright, good. So, looks like no new part being made. There is. we're doing the gearbox. Gearbox is being done, and hopefully we can get some reliability on that for the next race. It's the improving of parts. We're only improving the engine. That's all we really care about at the moment. So Lewis is looking quite comfortable in the championship. So I'm thinking what we might do for this race, just to see how it goes. Do we do it here? Yeah, I say we do it here. Let's give Mick a car here. Let's give Mick the car. Yes. Didn't actually watch the race. You haven't watched reviews. That's fair. That's fair. Right. Let's give Mick the car. Off of his high of points last time out, let's give Mick the car.
Yeah.
Yep. Yup. 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 Lewis, I get you're not going to be happy about this, but you're going to have to suck it up and deal with it. Just got to make sure that Mick's got... So he's got the brakes, he's got the engine. I mean, the front wings are 1 point apart, so it doesn't really matter. Sky Exclusive kind of killed it for you. Yeah. Yeah. It killed it for me for a little while as well. I just used to pick up some ways of watching it online. And now I just took the plunge and got F1 TV as well as a VPN. And that kind of works. Gives me the ability to kind of watch like on demand, which is pretty cool. I haven't watched any Channel 4 coverage. I think the only Channel 4 coverage I watched was Mark Webber's scream on Lewis Hamilton's like mistake at Baku last year. That's all I've seen of the Channel 4 coverage. Has Mick got everything? I think so. I think so. But looking at it, oh man, if we... Our finances are looking so good. If we achieve our objective in both sessions, we will actually make money. Hell yeah. So, interesting stat after today's race. The gap between first and second in the championship after 3 rounds this year is larger than it was at any point last season. There's a fun little factoid for you. It's another 2 weeks till they go racing as well. But they're racing at Imola next.
Nice.
Imola's going to be an interesting one with the size of these cars, because Imola's a very narrow circuit. And these modern cars are chonky. Very chonky. And this time it's not Mercedes. And that's what's making it interesting. That's actually making it exciting. Like, part of the excitement for me now is going to be, are Mercedes going to get their ish together? You know, Ferrari seem to have used their time wisely. Phoenix Track B, here we go. Lovely jubbly. Oh yeah, how long are the tyres going to last? Because it's a 52-lap race. Oh, 2 sets of soft tyres. Boom. Easy squeezy. Let's go. But yeah, like if Mercedes do get their act together, part of me kind of wants them to, because I would like to see George actually win a race. However, I would very much enjoy Charles Leclerc just dominating the championship. All aboard the Ferrari hype train. So how was your first 6 AM Grand Prix experience, Mike?
Yeah, it's decent.
I think that's the only one that's that obnoxiously early. I know I'm pretty sure we're going back to Japan later this year, which we haven't gone to in a similar amount of time. I
That's
think
about the same time, roughly, I
it's
imagine.
roughly the same time. I want to say it's an hour later, but I could also be wrong. So that'll be similar, but I think that's the only one that's obnoxiously early.
The Australian one, whereabouts in Australia was it?
Melbourne.
Melbourne. Yeah, it'd be about the same. Oh, actually, no. Yeah, I think it'd be a bit early. Because, Japanese one, that's at Yokohama, isn't it?
It is Suzuka.
No.
I'm not 100% sure where Suzuka is in correlation to Yokohama, but...
Sorry, I just got... I was thinking of...
You got Motorsport Manager in the brain.
Yeah, I do. It was like, wait a minute, that doesn't sound right after I said it.
It's because they are, you know, it's unofficially at that circuit. You know, it's the official, unofficial, officially unofficial.
Yeah. So
officially. So we've given Mick the everything, and he's got himself quite close to Hamilton. Which is pretty nice. Hopefully we can get both cars. Although there's only a tenth and a half between them. Sorry, about 2/10 actually. A couple cars have slotted in between them. Interesting. Very interesting. And then, after this stream, if we get both of these races done, which we should do, there will be one race left of this season. One race. And then it'll be on to season 6? Which is kind of mad to think about. He says.
Yeah.
So I got slightly bamboozled and schmeckledorfed the other day.
Yes.
And I'll tell you why. So I was reading about the recently released Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, right?
Oh, have you got around to buying that yet? Or?
Which I have now purchased and installed. Yes, it installed while I
lovely.
was out earlier on. And I saw a post earlier. Like we had this conversation a little bit earlier, like just after the race, about how like there's some fun interactions with characters and some stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, I happened to catch my eye at fans saying, you know, oh, it's brilliant, it's advanced in so many ways, but it's lacking a critical feature of the old game. So I was like, what could it be missing? And I got bamboozled by the article, because you want to know what feature it was missing?
Hit me.
The iconic Yoda death noise. I'm like, that's not a feature.
That's not a feature. That was someone's voice acting.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's not a feature. I'm sad. But then at the same time, I was like, okay, well, at least it's not like, you know, missing anything too major. Let's try this setup. Let's give this a whirl.
I guarantee you, someone on the PC will mod it so that when Yoda dies, he will let that sound out.
Oh, dude, easily, yeah. Easily. Oh, what is it? Oh, what does Mick want with the... He likes everything else. What does he... Do you want understeer? Mick, would you like some understeer?
Well, what was that, Was it, well, both times we tried it, it's been good or something?
Well, they've only come in for the first time. Just now,
Sorry.
so...
Oh, you got the downforce and speed balance.
Oh no! I just need that setup. It'll be season. Why haven't they all retired? I mean, yeah. I mean, Hamilton's getting on a bit. We could potentially sign Vettel.
Potentially.
Because Vettel's like not signed with a team, so we could bring Vettel in if we really needed a star driver. But hopefully, like, We've got Mick for the end, like till the end of next season. Obviously, we'll need to see how the negotiation goes with Lewis. I'd rather do that negotiation sooner rather than later. What are we talking about? It's not like having the Wilhelm scream in the movie. Oh, like I understand where you're coming from. I do, right? But to say that the Yoda death sound was a feature is like.
It's like the person who wrote this doesn't actually know the process of making a game, do you?
I got Schmeckledorfed. But to be fair as well, the game, like I obviously haven't played it as of yet, but they put mumble mode in it, so it is like the classic Star Wars games.
Exactly.
They are looking out for us, you know, people that basically want to relive our childhoods. Right. Hamilton liked what we did with this. He liked what we did with one thing.
I can't believe it came out in 2008, the original ones.
Yeah, that time has, like, flown. Well, because they did it as... There was Lego Star Wars, which was like movies 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. Then there was Lego Star Wars 2, which was...
The original trilogy.
Yep. Then there was the Complete Saga, which was essentially the same game stitched together.
Yeah.
And then they did Lego Star Wars 3, which followed the Clone Wars, like animated show, which I never finished.
The show or the game?
Oh, the game. I finished the show.
Alright. I've not played the game. I've got it, but I haven't played it.
It doesn't bother me in the slightest since you haven't played any of the Lego games. I played a lot of the Lego Star Wars ones. I've also played Lego Pirates of the Caribbean. I do own Lego... Like, this is on the 360 I own them, and my 360 is...
Over there, somewhere.
No, I think my 360 is now up in the loft.
Oh, it's been ascended off to the land above.
Pretty much. Yeah, because I hadn't digitally downloaded. That was like Lego Harry Potter. The Lego games are... I used to enjoy them more than I have in recent years. In recent years, I feel they've not lost their shine, but they've become a bit more obscure. Now, Lego Marvel Superheroes wasn't a great one, as an example.
I think the first one was good. The second one's a bit meh.
The Lego Batman games are fun. I enjoyed the Lego Batman games, actually. They were good. I just like Lego. Just a giant man child. Alright, so let's just get this knowledge. In fact, let's just times 12 it. We're gonna crack through this nice and quick like. And hopefully this caffeine will kick into my system in the near future. Get me a little bit more awake for this, you know. Late night last night, and then friggin' early wake up on a Sunday, which I'm not quite used to. We're gonna get enough knowledge. These are 122. We can do enough laps to get... We should do enough laps to get the knowledge. Which grind out laps. Verstappen looking quite quick. Oh, but to be fair, he's on the super soft tyre as opposed to Leclerc and Cassidy on the mediums. Yeah, the percentages, once you kind of get to a certain point, it's just like you're looking for that like extra hundredth that really like isn't going to impact it too much, you know. So I get where you're coming from in terms of it being like a cap, absolutely. Just trying to find those extra tiny little percentiles, you know. That's what racing's all about. I'm going to put the drink over there so it's not covering the bottom of the chat. That'd be terrible. Hey! Right, there we go. Knowledge achieved. Into the pits. Job done. Thoughts on Darth Jar Jar? I always thought the whole thing of Darth Jar Jar was ridiculous until I read the like the story that's like all the research someone had actually put into it online. And when it all made sense, like there was reasoning.
Plausible.
it could be explained in a very plausible and believable way in terms of Star Wars lore. I was like, huh,
Oh my god.
this is actually a thing that could happen. Like, Darth Jar Jar is so believable. Like, just imagine if they'd done it. Just imagine if they'd pulled the trigger.
Well, like like what was it? Rise of Skywalker. Then a shadow comes after death, the Emperor, and he's like, "You thought he was the bad man? No, sir. I am the big bad. Jar Jar." Oh.
They could have revealed it in 8 instead of killing off Snoke. It turns out Snoke was just like a projection, and it was Darth Jar Jar all along.
Or he does cut Snoke in half, but instead of like burnt embers, it's like sparks, and it turns out it was a robot, and they yeah, basically a bit like a pay no heed to the man behind the curtain scenario.
Oh, dude, yeah, absolutely.
Pay no heed to the Gungan behind the curtain. It's that's the Chance's closet.
You should not see nothing. Are we gonna get 11th or above? Probably not. Probably not.
Darth Jar Jar does not do force joke. He jokes people with his tongue.
Oh god. Some people would be into that.
That did sound a bit wrong, but some people are into joking anyway.
True. True.
Like, I meant like he wraps a tongue around your neck and then squeezes. I say made a noose. That's not my tongue.
I mean, they did do worse. Unexplained Darth Maul, after all.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because they brought Maul back in Solo, which I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. And then,
Well, it kind of implies that Solo is before the end of, not the end of, I think the last season of Rebels, because Maul is in that as well.
yeah, it's season 3 of Rebels, because that's where Kenobi kills him
Finish him.
again.
Hopefully for the last bloody time.
Maybe. I mean, because Maul is fantastic in the Clone Wars. Especially in Season 7. Oh my god, he's so good in Season 7. Leclerc on an absolute belter of a lap.
Like it was IRL.
True, true. Yeah, his lap time in quali was pretty special. I think what this exercise is proving to us is that having almost an entire star rating, like, we've clearly given Mick the infinitely superior car here, right? It is, for all intents and purposes, essentially like our B-spec car. It's that much faster. And yet Hamilton is still half a second quicker. So for all intents and purposes, this exercise tells us that the actual quality of your drivers matters more than the quality of your car. Which, to be fair, we have kind of proved across our 2 seasons of Formula 1.
Yes. Yes, we have.
So really what we need an average car, like the 5th fastest car, hear me out, the 5th fastest car, with 2, like, 5-star drivers. And we'll win! We'll win everything. Right, let's wait before we go out again. Apparently that track grip is dropping. Why is it dropping? Or is it just not as high as it could be? I don't know. Anyway. Yup, go. Don't let Hamilton win or he'll be broke in 3 months. Yeah, true. Especially as well if we have to renegotiate his deal, because Christ knows how expensive he might be. Because, I mean, like, I do want to keep him. You know, he has kind of done absolute bits for us. So I would like to keep him if we can. I just don't want to keep him for too long. Like, I wouldn't want to sign him for another long-term contract. Because he is 41 in this universe. Maybe even older. So Leclerc on pole by 3/10 of Verstappen to Cassidy. Russell. Colton Herschel in the Bugatti. The Yankee Doodle in the Bugatti up in 6th at his home Grand Prix. It's pretty impressive. People sit there and say that Perez having 7/10 back to Verstappen and they think that's bad. We'll just look at Leclerc's science. 1.8 seconds. Right, come on, team. What we got? Okay, both personal bests. I appreciate personal bests. Can we get out of Q1? I'm going to go with no. To be fair, this track has never really been good for us. 1.9, 1.5. We just need to not lose a lot through this final sector. And... I see. Yes. Yes. Okay. Yup. Oh boy. This ain't good.
Oh boy.
Both of our drivers out in Q1. Not good. Not good. Both gained a position. Positives all around. That's some blue sky thinking. I mean, to be fair, we're not last. Is this what it's like to be Williams? Although, to be fair, Williams got a point today, so... So Verstappen, actually fastest in Q2. Also saves some extra tyres. True, true. I mean, the plan is one stop. The plan is one stop. And we actually get the chance to actually start on the soft compound tyre. Very nice. Very good. Very evil. That Haas feeling. Oh, Verstappen on pole. From Cassidy, from Leclerc, from Russell. I really don't want Russell to have like a really good weekend because Russell is the closest to Hamilton in the championship standings. Right. Soft race trim. Soft race trim. Yes. Car setup. Good. Tyre choice. Soft. Yes. Yes. Tyre choice. Soft. Fuel. Yup. Let's just get this difficult race over with and move on to Rio. Because Rio de Janeiro is a good one for us because that's where we got our first win in Formula 1. Last season, if we remember, with Lewis Hamilton, who starts 20th. Lights are out, away we go. And it's a dreadful start. Wait. Lewis already makes a place back. Oh, and one of the Mercedes Saboyas. How can you run wide there? I think that is a testament to an incredible lack of driver skill if he managed to run wide there.
Oh, something happened there.
Oh, the Alpines. Is it both Alpines or just one? No, Bottas is back here. Perez down in 16th. Leclerc down in 16th. Sainz up in 2nd. Hartley up in 5th. What's going on with this race? Russell down to 7th. You love to see it. Not like IRL. IRL, I want to see Russell do well. But in this universe, I want to see Russell do badly. That's where we almost went bankrupt when Lewis won. I think that's what you meant to say. There was a time when money was looking a bit tighter, yes. Yeah. I mean, we've only, like, look, if he ever gets pole and a race win, we've only got to pay him like an extra 700k. I mean, what's 700,000 in the world of Formula One, you know? He negotiated a great deal. A great deal. Can we also just respect the fact that he's gone from 20th to 7th in the opening lap? What is that nonsense? Okay, so with Hamilton, I can't push the engine too hard. Because Hamilton's the one that's got a very fragile engine and gearbox. Russell too, apparently. We're ahead of Russell! Mick Schumacher down to 20th. That makes me sad. Leclerc down to 19th. Leclerc's having an absolute stinker. Everyone's locking up, apparently, as well. Hopefully, we're actually on for a good race here. Ricciardo has a drive-through penalty. So does Lawson. Oh, here we go. Up behind Brendan Hartley. Let's go. Ocon, Hartley and ourselves on the soft tyre. Bottas up in 9th on the medium. Oh, go on, Lewis. Down the inside. Oh. Go on. Make the move. Absolutely sensational pass. And then he's slow out the corner and... Oh, wait. Defends. Okay. We've seen enough Lewis. Now let's go over to Michael Schumacher, who is up into 18th place. Up behind Charles Leclerc. We're going to need to turn these tyres down in a minute, because we are turning them into just... We're mincemeating our tyres. Oh, God. Oh, no, we're on the wrong line. No! Okay, we're fine. 18th place still. Christ. Yeah, I really don't want to, like, cook these tyres too much. So let's now conserve a little bit with Hamilton. It might end up letting Hartley through, but that's a price.
I was doing a bit of research and I found out that I was slightly off by when Lego Star Wars came out.
How much is slightly off?
3 years. It came out in 2005.
Oh, is that the Complete Saga or is that the first one?
The very first one.
When did the Complete Saga come out?
I will answer that question when I get to it. 2 seconds.
Because if that came out in 2008, we can save this.
I don't think so. Maybe the second one came out. No, the original trilogy came out in 2006.
So that means the Complete Saga came out in 2008. Surely. Surely.
Clone Wars came out 2011.
So the Complete Saga... Which, when you think about it now, the title is hilarious because it's not the Complete Saga anymore.
No.
Make you thinking these two Trailer Park Girls. The way he was going through the tarmac, like it was chewing tobacco. He's still trying to keep his nose in on Sonoda. Just about managed it. He is absolutely shredding these tyres, though. I think even on conserve, Like, he's... Like, the temperature's not coming down at all. At all. Round the outside nearly on Delatraz. Oh no, we're next to Stroll. We're probably going to get taken out. Stroll doesn't look in his mirrors.
1 year off, 2007.
2007, damn! I thought with the schedule that it was... I mean, to be fair, the Complete Saga was literally just 2 games stitched together. Like, it didn't really have anything new in it.
Yeah.
So I remember having both the original 2 for the PS2. And I think I had the Complete Saga for 360. But then again, I'm looking at my 360 games over there, and I'm not seeing it. I might have traded it in. Which is weird that I've packed my 360 away, and yet all my 360 games are still over there. My Xbox One, my physical Xbox One games are over there. Actually, some 360 games are as well.
Yeah.
Diablo 3, the Reaper of Souls edition, which I played once.
Oh, Christ, I've burnt right through Diablo.
I'd love to go back and play it again, but fuck Blizzard.
Yeah, and also it's very samey.
I say that now, though, to be fair. Blizzard has been purchased by Microsoft, so hopefully they make some like changes to the leadership and actually, you know, make them somewhat a more sound and reputable company again. After you hear some of the horror stories that have come out of Blizzard out of the past like few years, they just don't sound like a great company to work for.
Yeah, toxic.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly that. Yeah, I couldn't think of the word, but as soon as you said it, it's like, yup. And that's pretty much nails it.
And I shall patiently wait for the day when the Xbox Live app has free Blizzard games on it.
True. Yeah, it'll have what? Diablo Immortal? Don't you guys have phones? That legendary game, right?
Don't remind me.
Mickey's still absolutely shredding his tyres.
Oh, and they somehow managed to botch a remaster of Warcraft 3.
Obviously.
Yeah. Not entirely certain how they can do that, but alright. Then you got StarCraft, then you got the Overwatch, then you got the other thing. What was it? I think it was Diablo.
Does Microsoft have a much better reputation? To be fair, Microsoft circa about 8 years ago were kind of in the mud. Like, Xbox One really hadn't taken off very well. Their original plans and concepts with the Xbox One was really not that great.
Yeah,
I forget
always watching.
I forget the original guy who was ahead of it. But since Phil Spencer took over, they've only been on the up and up. And then I think they really started to gain some traction with the Game Pass model and their recent integrations with like PC gaming as well. You know, it's definitely like they've done well to recover like a lot of the damage that they did. Granted, like
from that's a lovely overtake.
It was a very good overtake. From a console perspective, like, you know, PlayStation still has a cornerstone of the market, which is fine. But if you look at it from an overall perspective, I think Microsoft have got a good handle on things right now.
Yeah.
And obviously, like, to an extent, like, not to be, you know, the guy, but to an extent, every giant mega corporation has, like, evil corporate, you know.
Yes.
Wait, did Mick has apparently crashed with Stroll.
I like the fact it's his front wing that's crashed, despite the fact that Stroll is behind him.
To be fair, it is Stroll. I mean, we saw what Stroll did with Latifi, right? Right. So I tell you what we're gonna do. Do we just carry on the way that it? Oh, safety car, perfect. Let's pit.
Yeah, may as well pit now.
Let's pit with Mick. Fix
tyres,
that. Fix that. Yup. And we'll also pit with Lewis. Yeah, we're absolutely going to pit with you. And let's I mean,
Ooh, that gearbox.
yeah, but the problem
There's
is
not much we can't fix it anymore.
no,
That's the
because
thing.
it's the overall wear of it exactly.
Yeah.
Now, annoyingly, this is going to let the cars who started on the super soft tyre get a free pit stop. Mick wanted an omelette. An omelette du damage. Yeah, he definitely wanted that omelette. Right, in comes Lewis. Beautiful stop.
Out he goes, and then Schumacher can slot himself in.
And get his front wing repaired. Got a lot of the cars pitting with damage. A lot
Yeah.
of them pitting with damage.
How can you make a mistake on the front jack?
Doesn't get it wedged in enough. I mean, to be fair, no, it costs
Yes.
1 point. It costs 1 point.
No, then again, it is the front jack, and with the front wing damage, it's probably a lot harder to do. So
Might be too early for the one stop for Mick. Yeah, probably.
yeah,
Probably.
but
Because
with that
Mick.
damage win,
Yeah, exactly. Like Mick. If it had been a case of no damage on the wing, I'd have probably kept Mick out. But the fact of the matter is, we had to pit him to repair the wing, and like, what we'll just do with Mick is we will push his tyres to high hell, and then we'll just pit him again.
Yeah.
Now, annoyingly, we're only 41 minutes into the stream, and I've already had my headset beep at me to tell me it's got low battery. So that's good.
Haha, you fool!
Oh, Nick Cassidy was a long time in the pits for damage and has gone for a second set of super soft tyres.
Interesting.
Mercedes throwing a gigantic curveball in here. Where did our crash, actually?
I mean, Williams threw a bit of a curveball.
Today,
Nice.
Williams threw a gigantic curveball. Now,
Yeah,
I
that-
want to know how this happened.
He spun.
I mean, how? How?
Oversteer. Or understeer. Who knows?
Oh, the over-under. Yeah, Williams' strategy today was an absolute mad one. I didn't think it was going to work, and then it did. And I was like, God damn.
Yeah. They got points.
Alex Albon getting a point.
They had him out for,
It was
Well,
some
he-
57 laps.
yeah, out of 50.
8. They literally pit him at the last opportunity.
Yeah.
I saw someone post on social media. They were like, took George Russell to his 3rd season in Williams to score points. Took Albon 3 races. Albon world champion confirmed. Just, oh, Christ. But to be fair, it will help repair Alex Albon's reputation because he didn't have the best time when he was at Red Bull, shall we say. Our crash because Latifi exists. Basically, yeah.
Could be.
Basically. Oh, poor Latifi. I say poor Latifi because Latifi's actually, like, somewhat likeable as a human being. Lance Stroll, on the other hand, not really. Not really at all. Right, so we have saved a boatload of fuel, which is nice. We have got the tyres nice and cold, plenty of life in them, and we've still got a lap behind the safety car. This ain't the last lap. We've still got another one to go. Everyone else still, yep. Everyone got everything cranked all the way down in conservation mode, which is very nice.
Yeah. So I mentioned it this morning, but I joined gym, went on Thursday,
Yes.
did a session, and I did a session yesterday as well.
Oh, yeah.
Including a bit of a run on the treadmill as well, because I hadn't gone on the run on a Friday. So I thought, I'll make it up today. So I did. And yeah, my legs are still somewhat sore, and so is my bicep. But I'm sore in a
It'll be
good
like
way.
that. Yeah,
In
it'll
a
be
good
like
way,
that.
but
That
it's like,
that delayed onset muscle soreness.
it was delayed. I bloody had it after I finished.
Ah, okay. So me and Chris joke about this. You didn't have DOMs. You had IMS, which is immediate muscle soreness. Yeah, no, that's a thing. I was saying this to Chris the other day. Only one bicep. Yeah, Mike was just ferociously curling just with his right. You know, he's gonna get jacked on one side and just take side profile pictures.
No, I think it's only one bicep because I think I might have been slightly holding the rope for. No, bicep. It's this one is. Sorry, I'm doing the motions in my head. Maybe I was holding it at a slightly wrong angle. I just need to make sure it's more level next time. Either that, or I stretched the other one better than I did the other.
Maybe it can happen. Like
by that, I mean I didn't stretch at all.
I noticed it. Like I was saying this to Chris over the weekend. Like my left shoulder has hurt quite a lot since our Thursday morning workout. Like my right shoulder's absolutely fine. My left shoulder really hurts, and we were doing like seated military press. So realistically, they should have all gone through the same motions. But yeah, my left shoulder just hurts. Hamilton trying to keep the position. Just.
Oh, he's fighting.
Mick's pushing his way up. I was saying to Chris though, what we'll do is we should totes. Me and Chris will get like a week pass for the gym, and then we'll get some sessions in when we come down.
Yeah.
Because that'll be good fun. You normally do like evening sessions, I think you said, yeah?
Yeah, evening sessions on usually words. Evening sessions on non-stream days, basically. So Tuesday, the Thursday, and the
Gotcha.
Saturday. Which the Saturday is on the morning because the gym does close at 1 on the Saturday, and then he has the Sunday off.
Okay.
Because early meeting is wife that run it.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a family-run one, isn't it?
Yeah, but they're open. I think 7:30.
Oh!
Yeah, 7:30 till 9 on the weekdays.
That's not too bad. Mick squeezed Hamilton out. Mick pushed him out of the way, basically.
Oof.
Right, so we're going to commit to the two-stop with Mick. So we are going to activate... We're going to activate burn mode with Mick's tyres right now. Hamilton, we're going to go a bit longer. Hence why we've only got him on, like, one level. Maybe going for the look of when Quagmire discovered the internet. Man.
Look, if that were the case, then this particular... Then I wouldn't have this issue, really.
That's,
Because that would have been a very well toned arm long before I joined the gym.
I bet a lot of people were going through that like during like phase 1 of lockdown. They just went full Quagmire.
Yeah, well, a lot of men.
Manly men. Liam Lawson has retired with a mechanical issue. Has it blown up?
Oh. Well, he's on fire.
Oh yeah. That Bugatti has launched itself.
Delightful.
Meanwhile, Mick up into 8th position.
Strong was not strong. Ocon was giving him a
trying to push up to 7th.
God.
Here comes Hamilton as well down the inside.
Oh my word! This is what I want to see out of our racers.
Is everyone like basically taking care of their tyres? A few of them are.
Tyre-wise, most people are similar to us. No, sorry, power-wise.
Mick passes Russell. And now we're up behind. Ticked him up in 5th in the Aston Martin.
Interesting.
And then again, he hasn't made a pit stop. So with Lewis, we're going to need to keep things actually a little bit... No! Mick, you overcommitted into the corner. Why?
It happens.
No, Mick, you need to keep pushing on the tyre. You're doing another pit stop. Lewis isn't, which I suppose what we should probably do is we should probably now... Is everyone damaged? there does look to be a fair bit of damage. I mean, Russell's damaged, Tixham's got damage, Norris is fine,
Everyone's suffered something.
Sainz is fine. Of course, Leclerc has somehow fought his way up to second. Don't know how that happened. Nick Cassidy, fine. Verstappen, damage. Colton, damage. Everyone's been a bit of a spanner this race. Oh, God, Schumacher around the outside. So close. Oh, he's nearly through. Russell fights back, though. Oh no, not side by side again. I'm not prepared for this. I don't want our cars racing this hard. Go on, Mick. Use that super engine. I know there's only a 10% chance of rain, but... Oh, God, Hamilton is getting his elbows out. Even though he's supposed to be conserving his tyres, you know? It'd be nice if, you know, Mick was making progress rather than scrapping with his teammate. Meanwhile, here comes Verstappen. Oh, Verstappen threw on Hamilton. Hamilton fights back! Amazing. Right, come on. Let's get past Russell and let's get past Tixham. That would be very nice if we could do such a thing. Because we still have another pit stop to make. With Schumacher, at least. As Verstappen comes diving down the inside. Verstappen's just making hella progress. What is he... I mean, he's only on neutral. Mick's the only one pushing forwards and attacking. And he's not really making much progress with it. Maybe because the tyres are that roasting hot. Maybe it's now actually impacting performance. Which I could believe, actually. Nonetheless, we will keep pushing. For I am too stubborn and headstrong to change my strategy now. Yeah, you'll be fine. Lewis, on the other hand's car is questionable at the best. Right, let us proceed in the direction known as ×4 forwards. Yes.
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 Good. Speed it along. Good, good.
So Stroll's going to have to pit, Ocon's going to have to pit, Yamashita's going to have to pit. So Perez is the next car that has already made a pit stop. Turn them down by one stage. Probably won't really change the temperature. No, I doubt it will. Like, if you notice, Hamilton's been on conserve for a while and his tyres have remained at a solid temperature. So I think with Mick, to actually cool his tyres down, we would actually need to back him up. Which I will actually do, just to kind of see the overall pace impact that actually has. Because I do kind of want to elongate the stint just a little bit. I'm curious to see the impact that this has on his lap times. Mainly because his tyres, like, they're so hot right now. Like, what impact is backing him up actually going to have? Seemingly nothing immediate. Bottas and Yamashita collide. Yeah, so we actually lost a fair chunk of lap time. Oh, Verstappen in the pits with damage. Lewis, you need to calm down. You need to calm down, sir.
You need to soothe thy boobs.
Getting angry on the radio achieves nothing.
Calm thy titties.
Right, anyway. Let's just push. Let's just push. Come on, forwards.
Forwards on the dawn.
We will worry about tyre elongation and stint elongation after your final pit stop. As for right now, you will proceed in the direction known as forwards. There we are. What was that last lap? A 29.0. See, the problem is we're not going much faster than all the cars behind us. Which is a concern for essentially, like, after we make the final pit stop. Like, what's going to affect our strategy? Like, how well are we then going to proceed to do? I don't know. Anyway, we're closing back up to Russell. Still over half the race left to go.
Oh.
So who knows what could happen. Literally anything. I doubt we're on for points with Mick, sadly. Hamilton, I can see it happening. I mean, to be fair, he has got, like, a lot. Like, he needs to keep his tyres in check. Thought twirling towards freedom was the ultimate move. Yeah. Have we tried spinning? That's a good trick. How long has Cassidy been on those tyres? 14. So Cassidy's going to have to pit in the near future for more super soft tyres. Tictum's probably still got about 10 laps left in his tyres. There's something wrong with Verstappen. Like, he has already had to make multiple pit stops.
Mm-hmm.
He's on a personal best. Well, he's done a personal best rather in the middle sector. Anyway, back to Mick, who has closed up to George Russell. He's pushing all the parts for every fibre of his being. So once we cross the line, Carlos Sainz has spun. Unfortunate for Carlos. Looks like he's having a terrible weekend, virtually like he did IRL. Binning it on like lap 3. We can't get past this AlphaTauri. This is annoying me so much. Well, it's actually not. I'm quite calm and relaxed about it, in all honesty.
Okay then.
Gear change feel odd. Can you look at the telemetry? No, Lewis, everything is A-okay. Everything is actually peachy. We're just going to turn the engine down, though, just for no real obvious reason. Everything is fine. You don't need to worry about a thing. Can't wait to get that new gearbox after this race. We just need to make sure it's reliable enough. Right, let's bring Mick in this lap. Bring him in. Set of tyres. Everything is where it needs to be. This is perfectly fine. Let's just overtake mode. Give it absolute beanage on the in-lap. I'm thinking full-on Jerry Beans man here. And then we'll change tyres. And hopefully then just keep things nice and calm until the end of the race. Right, we are in the pits. Come on, be a pleasant pit stop. Good.
You know, the whole garbage thing of customer as kin idea.
Yes.
Well, I've just seen a picture where there's a sign up and then someone's written underneath it with a separate picture, me after leaving the French restaurant, and it's I'll send you the picture. So.
I need to see this image. This image should be reviewed after the Grand Prix. There is some serious racing going on.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
As Max Verstappen just drives around the outside of us.
I shall put it in the memes.
Ah, the memes.
So everyone may
enjoy this image. Right, Mick pushing on. We'll just put that down to medium. As Daniel Ricciardo collides with Colton Herrscher. Is Ricciardo going to get a penalty? No, but he is going to have to come into the pits because he has omelette du damage.
The damage is done.
Oh, he's very slow. Look at how slow the McLaren is. It's like Bahrain levels of slow.
Oof.
Oh, he's got a puncture.
I mean, not that we can see it, but yeah, he's got a puncture.
Well, Rick Bobby in. Meanwhile, Hamilton continues to run in 7th place. Kind of unopposed right now, which is quite nice. 21 laps to go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what was Mick's last time? A 28.1. 28.1 is okay. It's not, you know, it's not lightning fast, but it doesn't need to be. We just need to keep him
Speedy.
at a decent speed just to kind of get to the end of the race the way things are at the moment. Let's put his tyres on conserve just to make sure that they don't wear out. And I'd love to crank Lewis's engine up, but quite frankly, I don't think we've got the reliability to do so. In all honesty. 20 laps remaining for the leader, Nick Cassidy. Oh, charge. Let's not overcharge the phone. I've got into a really bad habit recently of leaving my phone on charge overnight. And I remember, like, a while back, I think it was on my... Was it my Pixel 2 or my Nexus? I can't remember, but, like, a couple phones ago, I got into a bad habit of doing that, and I essentially fried the battery.
Yeah.
So I don't want to do that with, you know, my modern phone. Mick up to 12th, having a... Oh, my God, so many cars are in the pits with damage. So many cars. That's nuts. One of those cars is Tictum. Oh, Tictum has been in the pits for so long. He was running in 5th. And he's down to 21st. He's a lap down now on Russell. Not quite a lap down on us, but nearly. Oh dear. So Hamilton's tyres are at 57%. He's been on them for 24 laps. There are 18 laps left to go. Yeah, I'd say Hamilton can get to the end of the race. What was Mick's last lap? A 28.4. As Hamilton gets overtaken by Tsunoda, who is unlapping themselves. But to be fair, Tsunoda is pushing. And Hamilton is not. Let's go have a look at Mick, whose form is 10, by the way. He is currently maximum form.
Nice.
As he charges on and chases after... is it Mitch Evans? I think that's his name. It's a happy clappy chappy. Australian, by the way. So Mick closing in on Evans and Ocon, who, by the way, haven't pitted yet. So, you know, I don't want to jinx it, but you know, they need to pit, and hopefully Mick doesn't. Good. Ah, Cassidy in the pits now. Is it a slick pit stop? Let's find out. What tyre is he going on to? It's a set of softs. That will take him to the end. Leclerc leads. Cassidy comes out second because Carlos Sainz is that far behind. Let's keep Schumacher going on his current pace right now. Compared to Evans and Ocon, he was slower last time around, actually, to be fair. But I really don't want to push him. Like, I really don't want to push him. Does Evans have damage? No damage for Evans. Does Ocon have damage? Ocon does have damage. So, during the pits, he will probably have to spend a bit of time in there. But actually, Ocon, looking at it, is 20 seconds ahead of Schumacher. Which is a lot. What was Ocon's last lap time? 1:26. Kind of in a bit of a lull on what to do with Mick, in all honesty. New season started for anime. You got any new shows that you're watching? No new shows that I'm watching. I was watching... I've been slowly making my way through Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal. Because I thought that I think I've mentioned this before. I thought that it was only like 70-something episodes. I was like, oh, that's nice and short. I'll blitz through it. After 74 episodes, it becomes Zexal 2. And it's got like another 70-something episodes. So it's not actually as short as I thought. But yeah, I've been watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal. That's kind of been like my thing. I'm up to like episode 51, 52 of that. You know, it's not great. I'll be honest, it's not great. And I also started watching. This was the other day. I was over at a mate's place, and we watched a show called Human Resources, and it was intriguing. Is the word I'm going to use. It was intriguing. I think it was on Netflix. It was something. Yeah, really something. Mike, you been keeping up to date or watching anything intriguing at the moment?
Really? Yeah, it's all been a bit. Apart from the F1, it's been a bit quieter for me. Show-wise, it's mostly yeah, it's mostly just games with me at the moment.
Because I don't know about you, but I tend to find myself not really watching too much. Like in my downtime, similar to you, I'm kind of just playing games or just like actually resting and relaxing. Yeah. Like between like my professional career and also trying to like look after myself, I find myself with not too much free time. So when it actually comes to having the free time, I'm not sitting down watching something. I'm either like playing something or kind of like trying to learn new skills or stuff like that. Yeah. So the only stuff I'm really keeping up on is I'm watching the F1 whenever the races are on. The only thing I really keep up on other than that is my weekly wrestling that I watch. I keep as up to date with that as possible. I'm quite fortunate in the timing of it. So what I'll do is normally it's on a Wednesday night, so I can watch it on my Thursday commute, or it's on a Friday night and I'll watch it like early hours of Saturday before working. You know, so it works out. 10 laps left to go. That has gone by quite quickly. Mick now. I think with Mick we can crank him up a little bit. With only 10 laps left to go, I think we can afford to push a little bit. Because last lap, Bottas closed on him by 2.6 or 2.7 seconds. So we now need to push a bit with Mick. And we might be able to catch Evans. Will we be able to overtake him? Well, as the legendary Murray Walker once said, catching is one thing, passing is quite another. Don't you worry about your gearbox, sugar tits. You are absolutely fine.
I only know what his tits taste like.
Well, you know, they give off the impression of having like sweet honey-like nectar, you know? Right, Mick pushing on. What was Mick's pace last time round? 26.9. That's a much better lap. Let's close up to the back of Evans. We're only 2 and a bit seconds behind him now. Hamilton's got so much reserve fuel because we just can't afford to push the engine. So he's just got so much reserve fuel.
I'm currently peeling an orange.
You are enjoying snacking on your fruits?
Yes. They're delicious and nutritious.
You gotta love delicious and nutritious. It's a great flavour combination.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're about to be lapped.
And they're not vegetables.
True, vegetables kind of suck. Although that said, I do like cucumber. Actually, isn't cucumber technically a fruit?
That's probably why we like it.
I'm gonna consult Google on this right now.
But it's usually in the vegetable section in supermarkets. So.
But to be fair, cucumber, because it's got the seeds inside it, doesn't it?
It does.
The botanical clarification: cucumber's a fruit.
Nice. That's
A
why we like
botanical
it.
fruit would have at least one seed and grow from the flower of the plant. So yeah, cucumber's a fruit. This is indeed why I like it.
Yeah.
Right, Mick has been lapped. That gives him a bunch of extra fuel.
It's yet another watery fruit.
And now
You've got your
Mick.
melon. That's watery. And
I'm
No,
not a
if
big
you-
fan of melon, you know.
it depends on the melon for me. Watermelon, yeah, I like. Normal melon, I'll eat it, but it's mediocre for me.
I tend to not be a big fan of any sorts of lemon, to be
Lemon.
honest with you.
I thought-
Lemon,
I thought-
melon. I meant melon. My
I was gonna
apologies.
say.
I like lemons. I wouldn't just eat a lemon, but like
Yeah, it's one of those things.
lemon
You see
juice and lemon flavored things, top tier.
You see bags of them, lemons in the supermarket, and you're thinking, would I be a mad lad if I just bought a bag of lemons, ate them,
And
for
just
lunch?
chowed down on them.
Yeah.
I
Maintain
mean-
eye contact with your colleagues just as you eat a lemon.
That sounds like content. So in our efforts to try and catch Evans, we're actually being caught by Bottas. I mean, he sets a personal best of a 26.0. Sadly, Evans set a 26.8. Now, Evans is also literally about to be lapped. Will his tyres last? Will his tyres last? That's the question. Will he have to pit or not? Go on, Mick. Give it everything. Not everything yet, but everything soon. Like, I will put it up into, like, super yeet mode. Evans slows down. Right. We have 4 laps to go, and Hamilton's car is braking.
Oh dear.
Come on, Mick. Evans is right there. Let's go! Take the life out of the tyres. Get another point! Come on! Perez and Hirsch are in the pits. Now hold on just a second here. This is now the battle for 8th, and Mick goes through!
Nice.
Our cars are now line astern.
Good, makes a change.
I mean, what that now tells me is that we can really put Hamilton down to low. And we can, like, push his tyres a bit, just to, like, save the engine and the gearbox.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good.
And with Mick, we're just going to keep pushing. We're just going to keep pushing. Like, we're going. We're going Jerry Beans mode. Here we go. 2 laps remaining. And the good thing is as well, Mick is literally like the next car on the road behind Cassidy, the leader. So as soon as Cassidy finishes, we then finish.
Nice.
So that's why I'm kind of getting Mick to push really hard now. Because as well, Hirscher and Perez are on like super soft tyres. Like fresh. So they are pushing like a couple mad lads.
Mm.
So we need to kind of set the best lap times that we can, really. Hamilton's last lap was a 1:26.2. Mick's lap is a 1:24.3. Who would have thought we'd be saying Mick takes 2 seconds out of Hamilton?
Not us.
Right, but it is the last lap of the Grand Prix.
Mm-hmm.
And what that means, as we go to Nick Cassidy, here he is. It's a return to form for Cassidy. It's a little too late, sadly. He's out of the championship fight.
But I think now that feels like he doesn't have the pressure anymore. He's a bit more relaxed in his driving skills.
True. Cassidy wins. Mick brings it home 8th for more points. Well deserved, this one. Well deserved.
Mm-hmm.
And Hamilton's going to be the last car to cross the line, which, considering the condition that it's in,
yeah.
But it's 2 in a row. 2 in a row. Yes. Double points.
That's what I like to see.
So I think as like a driver versus driver, we lost out a couple of points to Russell. But as a team, we outscored AlphaTauri because we got 6th for 7th and 4th for 8th. So we got 10. And I think AlphaTauri got 8 points. AlphaTauri, however you pronounce it. I think they got 8.
Really?
And it also goes to show that we can do a race weekend quickly because we're only an hour 16 into the stream and we've like done the race weekend.
Yeah. Spongy not orange.
Was it not a good orange?
No, it wasn't it wasn't sweet juicy. It was just bland.
Bland and disappointing.
Yes. So now I've some raisins.
Saving. Yes. Yes, save. Yes.
At least they're so sweet.
Give me what I want. I'm not a big fan of raisins. I don't like their texture. Big fan of grapes, though. Grapes are good.
My apologies. I meant sultanas, but they're basically the same thing.
I mean, they're also just as bad. I don't like them either. It's a texture thing, though. For me, texture and food is like a big... Look at that. Look at this. Squad.
Oh, it's lovely.
Carlos Sainz jumps Rick Bobby in the driver's standings, but Charles Leclerc and Max Verstappen only separated by 15 points. We have, 47 points to AlphaTauri? Yes.
Oh, we're amazeballs.
We are the most amazeballs. We are the greatest, unparalleledly greatest team.
No, there's a bit of a fib, but yeah.
No, you see, I'm going to will it into existence. So we are the unparalleled best.
But we're not. Not
No.
yet.
True.
We will be.
Look at the morale. Mick's morale is sky high. It's 88. It's never been so high. Oof. We only lost 65 grand.
Now, to an average Joe like you and I, that would be a terrifying thing to say, but in
But
defense of this game,
for a
that's
motor
fine.
racing team, I consider there have been some weekends where we've lost like 1 million. Rick Bawthorne wins for Peugeot.
What happened to second place? That X.
Oh, he's got the flu.
Oh.
Let's hope it is just the flu, right?
They got second place with the flu? That's
He's
impressive.
pretty impressive, actually, yeah. I wouldn't want to be driving like admittedly, it's still a Formula 3 car, so not as intense as a Formula 1, but still, like, even if you've driven like a go-kart at speed, like, I wouldn't want to be doing that. What if I wasn't feeling like 100% right?
Mm-hmm. I don't want to be driving a road car when I'm ill.
Yeah, fair.
Sneeze at the wrong minute. Oof.
So, that was one great race. Can we try and have another good one? Well, first and foremost, what we need to do is we need to figure out what we're doing with parts.
Particularly the gearbox.
Yeah, because we've got that new gearbox. We need to get the reliability of that up, which we will try and do as soon as the save finishing. Because we need to obviously make sure that we're still working on the performance of Super Engine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we can't improve parts at the moment because, you know, the car's getting fixed. However...
Once the car is fixed...
Oh, yo, it starts at 80%.
Nice.
Oh, well, that's very nice, actually. Right, good, yes.
It's a nice change for once.
Well, Mick, you can have that one, and Lewis, you can have that one. The next track is crucial for top speed, medium speed corners, and... Oh, it's apparently going to be wet in practice, drizzly in qualifying. Okay. Well, so gearbox-wise, we're now not sorted, but we're in a better position. I think we can now go ahead and build a front wing. And actually get, like, a good front wing. Because it's the only one that we're on, like, original spec for. We've got no, like, minus to risk. So I'd like... Performance... Yeah, this adds red zone, which really isn't, like...
Good. Let's not...
Oh, here we go. Hold on. So let's get this... That. No. Oh, no, wait. That minuses reliability, but it gets us 22 days after the race. Yeah, I mean, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Boom. New front wing. There we go. That's the last part we needed. We've now... Once that's finished being built, we actually then have everything we need for the car. Verstappen wins the fight for pole. Red zone doesn't matter for the end of season parts. Also very true. You're 100% correct. Which, you know. Which one of your drivers is better? I mean, like, we just have to look at the facts. Hamilton is statistically the better driver. Dramatic race ends with a Mercedes win. Gearbox built. Let's now... Car repair complete. Excellent. You're a sim racing champion. You're a rally champion. Right. So if that gearbox has got... I mean, it's got the reliability. That will be finished 3 days before the race. Let's add that on. I mean, we don't need to worry about it from a reliability standpoint. But, I mean, that doesn't hurt. And then, you know, we've at least got something.
Yeah. So, I have...
Actually, no. Let's do that. Let's get Super Engine done.
You remember my little plan for when I do the stream highlights?
Yes.
I have purchased...
Oh.
The fin.
The stuff.
Yeah. And I'm looking at something else that will help enhance that fin.
Ooh, now this pleases me greatly. When is the anticipated delivery of this particular item?
Between... Just check the email, so tell me in there.
I feel like I'm getting better. I feel like I can improve my skills. Top 10 result. That's okay. So he's got +1 potential, +10 improvability, and +3 mechanic relationship for the next 6 days. I mean, it only lasts for 6 days, which... Wait, hold on. Is that the getting better? Oh man, it only lasts... Why does it only last 6 days?
Estimated delivery between the 21st of April to the 4th of May.
Okay, that's not too bad. I mean, Mick's season has really taken a turnabout. I mean, you know, he was struggling for a bit. Guildford was a big breakthrough. Milan his car did blow up.
Yeah.
And now he's on a run of 2-point scoring finishes. Look at him. 2 in a row. He's up to 18th in the driver's standings. Mega. Right. Mail. Oh, what is this? What is this? Hold on. Spotted a problem with the electronic control unit. Should have seen it sooner. We can fix it, but it's going to cost us. If we don't act now, I'm worried we could lose some of our fuel efficiency. A whole -1 to fuel efficiency.
You can fix it.
I don't want that. I would like to fix that for the cost. Yeah. No, we can. Yeah. Relax. We have money. We have money. We can afford this. Pit crew. Pit crew right now. This guy on the wheels is looking a bit tired, so let's sub him in for this guy. Boom. There we are. Lovely, bubbly, jubbly. And yep. That will do very nicely. HQ, what have we got on the docket? So, our telemetry center is being upgraded. And I think what we'll do is we'll review the situation for the HQ at the end of the season, when we've got all of the Wonga.
Okay.
And we'll go from there. Apparently, we now have the 9th best car. This is literally the first time this year we've had anything but the 11th best car. Oh, sponsors. I think we've all pretty much got... Oh, no, it's... So these are all long-term sponsors. It's these sponsors now. It's Lewis Hamilton's marketability that's letting us down.
Well, that's first.
Because he hasn't got any... He's got no, like, temporary things on there to up his marketability. It's his dull interviews that don't help with his... No. Wet Weather Pro, DRS Expert, Resource Hog... Annoying other half. Well, I mean, you know, like it's...
It happens.
It does happen. And you still have the 11th best HQ? True. No, we have the 12th best HQ. Our facilities suck. High-speed corners. Performance work done. Reliability work done. Oh, hell yeah. Look at this. 4th. Right, 40% chance of rain in the race on a 52-lap race. No, we don't have plans to make a new rear wing. Calm down. The factory staff is now idle. Yes. Look at this engine. Look at the power of this engine. So we're now pretty much just going to work on the performance of our newer gearbox, I think. That's all we can really do. Until the front wing is finished, and the front wing is finished... When is the front wing finished? How long have we got until Doha? 16 days. Okay. We should be able to get the front wing at least, you know, working by then. 6th best engine, 5th best acceleration, 8th best brakes, the 11th low speed corners. 11th medium speed, and 5th best on the rear wing. We are slowly transforming this into a somewhat competitive outfit. Slowly but surely. Very nice. Dirk! Dirk Werner is a drift champion, because of course he is. Right, tyre selection. Get ready for a 52-lap race. Part fitting, right. Yeah, I mean, Lewis has still got the best gearbox. Mick's got the most reliable gearbox. But Lewis has got the best in terms of the performance. Yeah, let's do this again. I understand that Lewis is going to be angry about it, but friggin' deal with it. Like, we favoured him heavily at the start of the season to help him get to the position that he's in, and we always said we were going to do this with Mick, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, we're following up on our on what we said we were going to do. Right, onwards. One more race. What I'll probably do is I'll send them out on like one of their practice programs. Then I'll grab another Brucity for Trucity. Because I need to get some water in me, actually. All I've really had today is carbonated beverages and coffee. So I do actually need some solid H2O in my system.
Oh, I see.
Like, you know, not saying that, obviously, you know, these other liquids don't help hydrate me in some capacity, but actually just having some good, solid agua is going to...
Yeah, it's obviously going to do that, yeah. So that's the whole point of it.
The agua. Round 15. Rio de Janeiro. Huh. I'm not seeing any of this heavy rain that they forecast. I bet it's going to be immediately. It's in like 2 minutes' time, isn't it? Okay, it's in like 5 minutes. So do we... Do we bother to get quali knowledge, or do we... Do we try and get race knowledge? I think we try and get race knowledge on the dry tyre. Let's load a setup. This is Rio de Janeiro, track A. Do we have a Rio de Janeiro track A? We do not. I've got so many setups. Rio de Janeiro track A. Here we go. Titress. Soft. Mediums with Lewis could nearly do the whole race distance. Today I learned. Rio de Janeiro. That's perfect. Yup, go. Is it just me, or is Lewis really hitting the cliff now? His feedback is under 20. Yeah, I think Lewis is, like, officially at the brick wall. Like, he's going to start decreasing. Which is, like, which is why if we were to try and re-sign him, I wouldn't be, like, in a rush to make it a long-term deal. In a way, I'd actually kind of want it to be shorter-term.
Mm-hmm.
And if we can't agree to that, we can always then get Seb Vettel, who is admittedly 4.5 stars, but also a few years younger. Right, just while that's running, I'm going to go and grab a wee little Brucity.
Okay.
In just for like charge for maybe a few minutes. I don't know if that's going to have an impact or not.
Okay.
What I should do is, can I? I might be able to get away with charging it while wearing it. Because is that actually charging? Yes. Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, sorry if I'm being a bit quiet. I'm just doing some research. Some very interesting research. Hello.
So if I...
Okay, so how big is that?
theory, within Austin Theory, there we go. Look at that. Should have taken this down to put in the recycling. I was checking on the cat 'cause he's not been a very well little boy today.
Oh dear.
Yeah, he's been like...
Sicky?
Yeah, like this morning he was...
where he turns his head inside out and crawls backwards a bit and just lets this carpet of vomit out.
Yeah, well, so there was
Thick,
that...
Bloopy.
And there was a like it was like he was awake early with a hairball, and then there was that, and then there was the chunder as well. So it was like, you know, it wasn't the most pleasant of mornings for him. So I was just checking on him, making sure he's okay. He was asleep on the sofa. I might have woke him up.
I bet he was happy with you then.
No, he's not a happy boy right now. I was like, "You good?" And he was like, I was like, "Yep, he's fine."
Just shoots a look at you that clearly says that they're fed up with you.
Yep, basically. Which indicates, you know, that's his usual behaviour. So, you know, I know he's fine. He's good.
Good.
Just, you know, as typical cat owners go, you know, you come to understand their emotions and their body language. Yeah, that was the phrase I was looking for. Right, let's try and actually get a couple more laps in if we can. Just to try and get level 2 knowledge on the soft tyre, because I always think like the middle tyre is quite reliably the best race tyre in this mod, from what we've seen. And then, because I want to get as like high knowledge on that as we can before this rain comes. So I think we're going to comfortably get it to level 2. I don't think we'll get it to level 3. But I think it's worth a try. Let's push on a bit. Hamilton, 7th. Mick going to come across the line. Probably not 7th, but I'm going to hope that he's going to crank up the order a little bit. Goes 10th. Very nice. Very good. Level 2 knowledge achieved. Excellent work. Oh, it looks like we might have a tiny bit of dry running at the end of the session. Did anyone give any feedback in terms of the actual setup? Like, have you seen any text like pop-ups at all?
No.
Okay. I was just curious. That
was totally my bad though.
Is what it is. Well, I can always guesstimate it. Like, I'm normally pretty good at guesstimating how the how things are gonna go.
Yeah. Sorry, I was.
It's all right.
I wasn't paying attention.
I didn't task you with this job, you know. I was just letting it run while I, grabbed some
because there was
liquids.
There was a small bit I was thinking, he's awfully quiet. As a shit, did he just tell me to keep chat entertained? Because I was doing a bit of research, you see.
Oh, research! I like research.
Yes.
Right,
yes,
Leclerc now out on the inters.
Because for the fin for that fin.
Oh yes, the thing for the thing.
As you saw the picture of it, is a blank slate. It just needs a bit of a decoration.
Oh, it needs some tweaking. Some flair, some pizzazz.
Yeah. Some je ne sais quoi.
Oh.
And I was thinking, now what could I get anything that I could use as a bit of je ne sais quoi? Or is it a case of, am I going to have to make it myself? Which I know I can do, but if I can get the fin, which looks more or less not authentic, good, then I could just do that and slap that on. But if it's not the case, then I shall simply make it myself. So far, the answer is no. But it's a work in progress.
Oh, it's always a work in progress. And I I respect your dedication to the craft. Which might be quite literal. If this conversation is anything to go by. 94%.
But it's the same whenever I get a little project on my mind that I know I can use for other things as well, like other events, then I will generally put all my attention to it when it comes to thinking up stuff for that thing. Yeah.
True, very true. Yeah, and if you can get like more than one use out of it, then yeah, absolutely. I need to dust this. This is very. I say dust it as I run my finger on it, and then wipe said dust on my trousers. Have you seen the Pokemon Battle Will Smith versus Chris Rock meme? I saw so many memes. Like the few following days after that, I saw so many memes. I don't think I have. Feel free to drop it in the. Feel free to drop it in the Discord, Rob. If you happen to have it on hand, I'm not saying that you have to by any stretch of the imagination, but if you happen to have it to hand, feel free to drop it in there. I'm trying to think. I might have seen one actually. I vaguely remember. I want to say it was like, Chris Rock had like Ash's head photoshopped onto him, and Will Smith had Gary's head photoshopped onto him, which I thought was brilliant. I was like, that's kind of funny. Alright, come on. Let's get this practice over and done with. Let us get the knowledge, gentlemen. Driver mistake. Oh no. Oh no. Dude, Mickey's just in form right now. Up to 10 form. Hamilton at... He's locked up at the exact same point as Hamilton. I'm calling this fixed. This is rigged. Jerry rigged. I just randomly got a Pokemon Go notification. Which, to be fair, like, it doesn't surprise me, because when I was out earlier, I did put one of my eggs in an incubator to hatch, but I just got the notification now that it's ready to go. I'd also like to factor in that I got home, like, 2 hours ago. No, more than 2 hours ago. 4 hours ago.
Okay.
What am I going to get? What am I going what's hatching?
Die.
Oh, it's an Ozaril.
An Ozaril?
An Ozaril. Right, let's put a 10k egg in to incubate. Perfect. Oh, Mudkip. See, this is multitasking. This is this is what I call being a gamer.
Multitasking on games.
I don't quite think we're going to get level 2 knowledge on our intermediates here. It's going to get very close. Okay, so Hamilton likes what I did with the handling, doesn't like what we did with the speed balance. So he actually wants a smidge more acceleration. Okay, I reckon that'll work. Let's just send him out for 2 laps on this exact same setup. Because then we might just be able to get the knowledge. Mick. 95. Let's just run Mick like that. And with Mick, I'm going to do race trim. And I'm going to do the set of soft tyres again. That way we're at least getting knowledge on both fronts. I know it slows down the process, but I think it's worth it. Oh wait, did I send Lewis out on race trim? No, I sent Lewis out on quali trim. So we could actually bring Mick in and put him on quali trim. Oh, whatever. I think we're going to get it. Maybe. Come on. Come on. Come on. Hells yeah. Look at that. Admittedly, no super soft knowledge, which isn't great. But we've got intermediate knowledge, and we've got soft, and we've got level 3 quali, level 3 race. That is bellissimo. Mwah! Very happy. This is what one might quote as Pog Champ. Hamilton's done. Mick will be done momentarily. There we go, session's ended. Oh, and Hamilton really likes that setup. Really likes it. I might save that, actually. Eighth and 10th in the end. Good speed.
Now to qualifying.
And it's a wet, soggy lad. Oh, it's gonna be very wet to start with.
Yeah.
Let's go intermediate quali trim. Intermediate quali trim. Car setup. Let's save this. Oh yeah, 98%. Save that. Hells yeah. Let's go. Alright. So here's what we're going to do. Crazy idea. We're not going to go out straight away. Because the track will be too wet. What we do is we actually give it like a minute for it to get like really bad. And then we go out then. So kind of when it actually gets to our qualifying lap, the rain isn't as bad as it is for everyone else. That's the theory. Dude, they're going out on wet tyres. Foolish! Foolish! Relax. Relax. Relax, boys.
I am relaxing.
Everyone... I know you're nice and relaxed. But our drivers, they're a bit antsy. They're like, oh, we want to go. We want to go. What?
I mean, if they want to go out in the middle of the monsoon, by all means, but... We know it's going to calm down in a bit. Oh,
I'm sending him out, but trust me. Trust me. Because look.
He'll come back a drowned dog.
Oh, he's going to be one wet German Shepherd. Hamilton can go out now. Alright, let's go to Mick. Because by the time Mick gets round, it's gonna. You see, it's back to wet now, and it'll be fairly even. By the time his lap starts, the weather will kind of remain constant for the rest of the session. Yes, yes, good. Yes, good. Perez is apparently on an outlap on wet tyres. Perez, are you okay? Right, here comes Mick Schumacher onto his flying lap. Surges past the Williams. George Russell goes fastest in the second sector. George Russell won for a very fast lap. Sergio Perez has spun. That is mighty unfortunate. Mick Schumacher now goes fastest in the first sector. Well, well, well. It would appear that my strategy is paying off. As Hamilton now goes fastest in the first sector. But to be fair, Hamilton does have wet weather expert, so... Oh! Oh, Lando Norris has crashed!
Oh!
On the wrong tyre! Mick comes across the line to go current fourth fastest. Hamilton, though... It's a yellow flag in Sector 3, so we might not go fastest. But we do go fastest. Just.
Nice.
But I think that will do it, because the rain's only going to get worse as the session goes on. There we go. That is both of our cars through into Q2. A stark contrast to what happened in in Phoenix.
Yep.
And Lando is starting right at the back. Sergio Perez in the Red Bull, down in 22nd and not going to be getting himself out of the relegation zone. Oh dear, oh dear. Sergio Perez not having a good one. Not having a good one at all. See, I like wet weather. We do so well in wet weather. Who's on an outlap? There are literally cars only on outlaps. No one's actually on a flying lap. Has anyone crossed the line? No one's crossed the line. Nope, that's it. So that is Hamilton P1, Schumacher P5. Very good. Very good. Right, Bottas out, Lawson out, Ticktum out, Evans out, Perez out, Visa out, and of course Lando crashed. Mighty unfortunate for Lando. Oh dear, it looks dry. Oh dear. Oh, it's bone dry.
See.
Well, the monsoon quickly got better in the, 5 minutes between sessions. Ah, well.
Curious, isn't it?
Yeah, it's almost like, oh, right, yeah, reset now. Off we go. Anyway, let's go round. Let's get the warm-up laps done. So, yeah, we're probably not going to get through to Q3. Sadly. Because we've got no knowledge on the super soft tyre. We've only got our quali trim. But there's still a 40% chance of rain in the race. So you never know. We could be on for some shenanigans. And we do like a good wet race shenanigan. It's kind of our speciality. Alright, here we go. Hamilton onto his flying lap. Let's now get nice and close up with the Incompetent Racing Mobile. Sponsored by IBM, MasterCard, Genie, and those other sponsors that I forget. So we kind of went for a bit of a zany livery this year. I think we need to start perhaps considering... Because if we finish 4th, I think we're going to need to be taken probably a little bit more seriously in Season 6. Do you think we might have to go a little bit more corporate?
If we do, I'll get the Shinra theme music ready.
Because, I mean, you know, this car grabbed attention because of the, you know, the cyan, the green, the orange.
Tropical colours. Tropical, Simon.
It is tropical. It's a very tropical car.
If it had a flavour, it would be pineapple.
True, and it would be pineapple on its own, and most definitely not on a pizza.
Yes.
So far, Hamilton 1.2 off the pace being set by Cassidy. Mick only 1.1 off the pace being set by Cassidy. As we come across the line, Hamilton does a 1:26.3. Mick does a slower lap. He was looking faster than Hamilton. He must have lost a lot of time in the final sector. He had traffic. I think he had... Was it Verstappen near him? No. Verstappen's here. Who's by Mick on the track? Is it Sainz? No. Who? Oh, it was Hirscher. Colton Hirscher was there. As was a Ferrari. Oh, it's Leclerc. Right. Anyway. Let's get back to the pits. Hamilton just in the drop zone. If Hamilton could go out and pull an absolute worldie, I reckon he could get in. Mick, I'm not so sure. But Lewis, I reckon he could do something special. Let's wait. Let's see if we can do it. We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait for the track to be its absolute grippiest. Ricardo has gone out. Okay, right. Mick. Fresh tyres. Away you go. Lewis. Fresh tyres. This is gonna be close. This is gonna be very close. If he can make it. Right, let's go to Mick. How long will Mick have before crossing the line? He's got a friggin'... Is that like a Toyota? Is it Stroll? No, it's not Stroll. Okay, that's fine. As long as it's not Stroll directly in front of me, we're fine. Okay, we have 35 seconds. Right, so Mick has plenty of time. Mick crosses the line with 20 seconds left to go. Here comes Lewis Hamilton, charging up the hill. Oh, he's got all the time in the world. Across the line with 8 seconds left to go. Ocon and Hirscher are not going to make it. Here's Mick. First sector. It's a personal best in the first sector. From Mick Schumacher. He's catching Yamashita on track. Yamashita best know to get the bloody hell out of our way. Lewis Hamilton also. But no! Mick! Mick has made a dreadful mistake.
There's going wide and then there's that.
He went very deep. Very deep. And his first sector was actually faster than Hamilton's. Hamilton is 1.6. Oh, I don't know. He's on a personal best. Can he do it? Mick cracked under the pressure. Will Hamilton, can he improve from 14th on the grid? He charges towards the line. And improves but stays 14th. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Right. But to be fair, I always feel we have better races when we don't start in the top 10. Oh, and look. Oh, it's wet to dry final part. Of course it is. Why couldn't we have had this in Q2? This is disgusting. Daniel Ricciardo is on pole position in Rio de Janeiro. Very nice. Very nice. Max Verstappen starts 3rd. Leclerc starts 7th. Remember, only 15 points between them in the championship.
Yep.
Right. Rio de Janeiro. No sign of rain at the start. So I think that means soft and race trim. Car set up. The boys are loving it. Oh, no, wait, no. We need to change tyres. Don't be a lemon. Be a rosebud. No. No, we're going to run our race the way we always run it. I was thinking about taking some fuel out and doing kind of what I mentioned to you before. But I've decided against that strategy. Let's go. We're going to run our race here. 5 lights. Lights out and away we go. Saboy gets an absolute belter off the grid. He's already got damage apparently. As apparently does Yamashita. And so does Louis Delatraz. I don't know how you do that. But sure. Okay, so it's Hamilton's engine and gearbox are not the best looking bits of kit. Mick's car is basically in perfect condition, so we can push him harder. Saboy already up to 8th on those medium tyres. Had an absolute flyer off the grid. Right, we need to try and muscle our way up and get a few places here, similar to what we did at Phoenix. Saboy up to 4th, somehow. Go on, Hamilton, get a few places here. I can sense it in me waters. Look at that. Look at both of our drivers.
Nice.
An Alpine or a Bugatti is using phasing technology.
That's seemingly standard these days.
Oh, we're splitting the Ferraris.
Oh, no.
Very good job, Lewis.
Taking them.
Okay, Lewis up to 5th. Schumacher 10th. Wasn't quite able to capitalise in the same way that that Lewis did. But now, with Super Engine, he's got the grunt up the hill. Can he pass Yuki Tsunoda? I think the answer is yes. Into turn 1, he passes the Alfa Romeo. Can he pass the Bugatti in the same move? Oh! Yes, he can. And apparently he's caused a collision. And his suspension is damaged.
Damn it.
Well, you know what? We're gonna stay out for as long as we can. Because I don't think the suspension is really gonna impact our pace too much. Unless we see an obvious drop-off in performance. Right, Lewis, we essentially need to turn you down almost immediately because of your engine and your gearbox. Perez crashed into you. Did that damage anything else? No, just the suspension. Just the suspension. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to... Because we're going to have to make an early pit stop with Mick, we're going to turn the engine down now already. And we'll just worry about pushing tyres. And then what we'll do is we will... because we're going to be running in clear air when we go to the back anyway after we... You know... Get our suspension sorted out. So we can then worry about pushing them when we're in fresh air. That's the logic in theory, at least. Because a lot of the cars around us, obviously on the super soft tyre, so they're going to have to make early pit stops as well. And then maybe, just maybe at some point, there will be rain. Although I'm not seeing any at the moment. Yuki Tsunoda locks up. Where is Tsunoda currently running? Tsunoda is 15th. Mick Schumacher all over the back of Charles Leclerc. Down the inside of Charles Leclerc. Up into 7th place. Leclerc fights back though. Great racing. Meanwhile, up at the front. Lance Stroll has apparently caused a collision and has a drive-through penalty. Does this surprise literally anyone? I don't think we need an undercut past Cassidy. I think in all honesty everything is absolutely fine. We're going to start saving things with you, Lewis. So we're going to put you on neutral. Mick continues his battle with Leclerc. Wait. Says he can't get past Leclerc. Because he's past Sainz, not Leclerc. Now he passes Leclerc. Good stuff. Can we pass the boy? Oh, he's left the door wide open. Maybe he's wanting to complain about being passed by Leclerc again or not being able to pass him. Maybe it motivates him. Man, if we could pass Leclerc and Savoy, get into some fresh air, that'd be very nice. As Leclerc passes the Mercedes. Sainz is all over the back of us. We need to try and pass the Mercedes if we can and not get passed by the Ferrari. And we're through. Up into 6th. Very nice move. Apparently be locked up. I'm not sure how. Okay. Oh, who's in? Stroll is in the pits again. Unfortunate for Lance. Right. Let's cool the tyres off for Mick for a little bit because, you know, he's been pushing quite hard. So we're just going to try and cool the tyres off just a smidgen. Because we might, as Ocon gets a penalty for causing a crash, we might get away with extending our stint a little bit, although we have now got 13%. As Lando Norris retires due to a mechanical issue. That's unfortunate. Do we get Mick to push and then replace the suspension? Because I don't think we're going to be able... I mean, how long do these tyres apparently last for him? 30 laps. I don't think we're going to get all the way to 30 laps. And we're going to need to replace the suspension when we do pit. This is a tricky one.
We could do... Well, what we could do with right now is a safety car.
That would be superb. I don't see one coming, sadly.
Well, no, it's very unpredictable, isn't it? So, unfortunately, we're not blessed with choice there.
How long is the suspension going to take to fix anyway? That's an extra 15 seconds to our pit stop.
Is it a case of getting it done as early as possible? Then he's got the rest of the race to catch up.
Kind of thinking that. I'm kind of thinking that.
Shall we do it then?
Let's just get it done. Let's just get it done. We're going to have to commit to a 2-stop, but quite frankly, we should just get it done right. Let's give it absolute beans on the in-lap. Oh, it's so frustrating.
It is.
But hey, we've got a whole race ahead of us. We can make up the time. You know, Mick will be in fresh air. He can just crack on. Ricciardo crashes from the lead.
Oh, is that gonna...
No safety car.
Yet.
That
Whereabouts
sucks.
has he crashed, out of interest?
He has crashed. There.
Yeah, I would have made that a safety car if I was in
If
charge
you were,
of the house.
if you were race director, yep.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but hey, you know.
He looks so happy about it, doesn't he?
How dare
Yeah,
he
well,
be
that's
so,
me.
How dare he be so smiley? Right, Mick out of the pits.
Now, you're probably wondering how I got here.
Hey, that's me. You're probably wondering how this happened. Right, we'll mix in fresh air. We can just sit him on neutral, and he can just crack on, because I think he'll be able to do some good work. He's 9.3 form. Fresh air. I get the feeling he'll be able to lap faster than like the cars ahead of him. Everyone else is like in the mid-30s. So as long as he kind of laps in the 34s, he'll be going like faster than basically everyone ahead of him. So let's leave Mick to it. Meanwhile, Lewis Hamilton has got Charles Leclerc for company. Now the interesting thing about this, of course, is that Leclerc is on the super soft tyre and therefore essentially has to make a second pit stop. I'm pretty sure everyone on the super soft is going to be on a 2-stop unless they decide to go for the hard tyre, at which point they can then get away with a 1-stop. Ocon in the pits again. Is he serving his penalty? Might have been serving his penalty, actually. I'll say we push with Hamilton's tyres a bit. Let's push with his tyres. No sign of any rain. At least before the halfway point. Maybe just a little bit after. Right, so this time around Hamilton does a 32.9. Very nice. Russell is currently 12th and therefore not in the points. However, our is for AlphaTauri. Interesting. However, they're currently only getting 8 points and we're getting 15. If things were to end the way they are, Mick that time around does a 33.0, which is faster than a hell of a lot of the cars ahead of him. So he just needs to carry on with that pace. And to be fair, if he's going to be making another pit stop, well, he might as well push on a bit, take a bit of life out of the tyres, because if he's already going to have to pit for fresh tyres, well, then he might as well take a little bit out of them, in my honest opinion. Cassidy leads, Verstappen second. So what would that do for the driver standings right now? Oh, it would put Max 9 points behind going into the final race. Ferrari have pretty much got it won. What do you mean you don't understand this strategy? It's a simple 1-stop. What do you mean you don't understand? Plebeian. Absolute plebeian.
A fool.
Anyway, let's just... Seeing as we're not, like, no action's going to be taking place, there's times for it. Crack on.
That foolish fool who foolishly fooled.
The foolish fool of Foolish Foolington von Foolsbury.
My word. Hello. Looked like
IT.
he was going sideways for a moment.
Hello, IT. You try turning it off and on again. What was Mick's last time round, seeing as he was pushing his tyres? A 32.5! Woohoo! There's some speed. Driving superbly is young Nicholas. Ah, yes. Cars on the super soft tyre are making pit stops. This is exactly what I want to see. Oh, are we going to get any place? We got one place. One whole place. And Russell came out on the soft tyre, so I don't think Russell is going to make it to the end on that tyre. So I think Russell's going to have to pit again. That's a theory. I could be wrong. I probably am. Cassidy that time round does a 31.3. Verstappen 31.5. We did with 32.1. But we are also on a compound harder of tyre. And hopefully making one less pit stop. Hopefully. Hirscher in the pits with damage. So Mick is going to overtake him. Up into 17th is Mick. .32.5 for Mick. So still a damn sight faster than a lot of the cars ahead of him. I think, you know, points could still be plausible here. I think points could very much still be plausible. Now, granted, there's that second pit stop that I think is really going to be costly. But, you know, we'll see how the race unfolds. Right now, I think it's possible. Tsunoda in the pits with damage. Right, Hamilton is just about to start cooking his tyres. So we're going to start bringing temperatures down a little bit. As Mick has passed Tsunoda now. Has a lap time. Again, a 32.5. Very nice. Just keeping everything nice and monitored. Nice and under control. Tsunoda having a very long pit stop. A very long, unfortunate pit stop. Oh, Sainz in the pits with Omlay du Damage. Is that going to cost him much time? Does cost him a big chunk of time, actually. A rather sizable chunk of time for Carlos Sainz. Oh dear, oh dear. He's not having a lot of luck. Comes out in 18th. From 6th, I think that was. My, oh my. Right, Hamilton's tyres have now perfectly come back to a good level. So we're now going to medium-him-up.com. See, now, I'm getting concerned because your drivers like your Cassidys and your Verstappens are getting into the range where they can fit the soft tyre and run to the end of the race. That said, Verstappen immediately debunks that by going for a second set of super soft tyres. So Verstappen committing to a two-stop. Intriguing. Let's go have a little look at Mick, shall we? Let's head over to this bit of the racetrack as Mick continues his charge in the 32s. Tyres are getting a bit toasty, so we're going to bring those down. Sergio Perez has blown up.
Interesting.
That's another car to get out of our way.
Yes.
What is it with Red Bull powertrains and blowing up? Oh dear. How unfortunate. Mick Schumacher back up to 14th.
How accurate, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, cursedly accurate. Also, boy, with his damage, has pitted. And that's us up into 13th now. And so, boy, that's essentially his medium tyre advantage wasted because he now can't go really long into the Grand Prix. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. "35 laps now remain. And Mick has closed within 10 seconds of points as Leclerc pits. To get those tyres to the end of lap 18... pretty stellar performance. Pretty stellar performance, if you ask me. Cassidy's going even longer, though. What tyres does Leclerc fit? Soft tyres. So Leclerc probably going to run to the end. I would hazard a guess. We're about 7 seconds off a points-paying position. 32.8 for Mick now, though. Let's now up his pace on the engine a little bit. Let's push for a few... Cassidy in the pits! But he has damage! Oh, how long is this going to take to repair? Verstappen takes the lead. No, he doesn't, sorry. He takes the net race lead because he's pitted once and he's, like, just behind us. Oh, it's a long stop for Cassidy. Oh, it's a very long stop for Cassidy. He's plummeting down the field. Lawson goes past him. Tictum goes past him. Oh, sorry, Evans. That's a poor stop for Cassidy. Hamilton leads.
Very nice.
In Rio de Janeiro. However, Verstappen is all over him.
Yeah, he wants that position back.
Let's go, Lewis. You've got tyres. You've got fuel. And his park condition isn't dreadful. You know, I think we can afford to give it a little bit of beans.
Yes. Is that super engine or is
that no, Mick's got super engine.
Ah, how's that going? Oh, look at it.
I know, yeah. Everything. Like, the only thing that's bad is the suspension.
Yeah.
And that's because, obviously, it took a mighty whack earlier in the Grand Prix. So we've kind of bodged it together and sent him on his way.
Yes, with Hot Glue and hopes and dreams.
I have hopes and dreams of another double points finish. Hamilton in the 131s now. 33 laps remaining. We lead in Rio once again. Mick Schumacher has caught the back of Daniel Tictum, who has damage. We will be looking to pass Daniel Tictum. It's very much like Phoenix. We've caught the Aston Martin, but can we get past it? You've got vibrations. Oh, you're just complaining about the suspension. Be quiet. Can we pass the Aston Martin? We're gonna try, and we are going to succeed. Oh, Tictum fights back, though. Tictum fights back very hard indeed. Mick gets him in the end. Sensational pass. Up into 12th. Back in the fresh air. Let's go. Hamilton is battling for his life against Max Verstappen. Who would have thought Hamilton and Verstappen battling for the lead at a Brazilian Grand Prix? Nah, it will never happen. Nothing controversial would ever come of this. As we continue round again. Both cars have got to pit one more time, of course. Something to think about. Meanwhile, Mick. Oh, look at his pace this time around. This is going to be a mega lap. 31.6. How long has Verstappen been on these tyres? Only 6 laps. Okay, so he's still got plenty of life left in those soft tyres. Or those super soft tyres, I should say. Back over to Mick now. In 12th. He's got Sainz behind him on the road. In the much faster Ferrari. If we're, if we're being honest with ourselves. However, he's closing up to the back of a gaggle of cars that is essentially points. So we're just going to turn things down a little bit. Just to kind of bring our tyres down, bring our fuel back. But it's looking okay. Now, granted, we still have, like, an extra pit stop to make. But Mick's pace has been something to be very impressed with, I think, in this race. Hamilton's pulled just a teensy-tiny gap over Verstappen. Like, the tiniest little smidge. What a motor race. Oh, closes up. He just can't get past us. Cassidy passes Bottas up into 5th. I mean, we've still got plenty of laps left on these tyres. Cassidy runs wide. It's going to cost him a bit of time. I wonder how long it takes to make a pit stop. Mick Schumacher's trying to overtake George Russell. Okay, so we've caught George Russell. We now just don't seem to be able to pass him. Sainz is up behind us. So now we're in a bit of a train here. Sainz in the Ferrari. Ah, looking very racy. Mick races. But Sainz passes up into 12th. Oh, hello. We're going to push back, though. Excellent move. Wait, where did Sainz go? Sainz just took all of us. Did he engage some kind of warp drive? What?
Most likely. It's the Ferrari, Forza Ferrari warp drive.
Ah, yes, the Forza Ferrari branded warp drive. God damn. Oh man, we're like at the back of a train for 10th place. Right, let's go, Mick. Come on. You've only got a couple laps left of this stint before you need to pit again. Let's turn everything up a little bit, shall we?
Yeah.
Let's try and make as many moves as possible here. Oh dear. Smoke, smoke, smoke. Was there black smoke? It looked like there was some black smoke. No, it wasn't from your car, Mick. Don't worry. You don't need to worry about what I mean. Weaving left, weaving right. Trying to pass the AlphaTauri. 25 laps to go. We're down. Oh, we might have been down the inside. Couldn't quite get the move. Russell defends, though. Round the outside. Turns to the inside. Great move by Mick. Up into 12th. Now Vizza in the Williams. Okay, no sign of rain, so it looks like it's going to be a fully dry Grand Prix. So with that in mind, Hamilton's still got a couple laps left in his tyres, I think. I mean, we are catching traffic, but... Oh, the Alpha's come back at us. Unfortunate. Alright, let's bring Hamilton in. Parts look okay. And we're just going to ease everything in. Back over to Mick. Right, I say we actually get Mick out of the shuffle. Because right now we're currently losing time by battling for position. And these cars around us are going to have to make pit stops still. As we now pass George Russell again. But both of these cars have to make pit stops still, I think. So what we're going to be best off doing is we're actually going to be best off pitting. Getting out of all the tomfoolery. And essentially making up the time in fresh air. Yes. Yes, let's do it. Come on, Mick, in. Make your second and final pit stop. Because those cars have got damage, right? So when they pit, the theory is they will have to have their damage repaired. Whereas we won't. We will come out 14th, fresh air, fresh tyres. Let's go. Let's go. Brendan Hartley has crashed. That's unfortunate. comes out the pits in 8th. Mitch Evans running in 7th for Aston Martin. It's a great run. I do hope that they both have to pit, because if they both don't pit, I'm going to be incredibly sad. Right, so I think it's this lap we need to worry about mixed lap time, because apparently that lap was a 33.7, but I don't think that's too representative. We need to worry about our lap times against Yamashita and Visa and Russell, because I'm convinced that they need to pit again. I'm convinced that they need to pit. Right, so they all crossed the line. 32.8, 32.4, 32.3, and we are going to do a... It's going to be a 31. It's going to be a 30.8. We are that much faster. Right. Let's go get him. Go on, Mick. Chase him down. Meanwhile, Hamilton in a nice, comfortable 4th place. What was Hamilton's last lap? 130.6. Verstappen 30.9. Leclerc and Cassidy in the 29s. I'd say this is all going rather well. Well, Mick would be on for points if he hadn't crashed into well, not he specifically, but if, like, there wasn't that incident, the incident. We've passed Visa, so Visa did need to pit, which is excellent. Oh, Verstappen pits. We just get Verstappen. Only just get Verstappen. Bottas in the pits. Bottas comes out of the pits in P... Oh, going side by side. Okay, well, Verstappen has passed us, but to be fair, I'm not too surprised by that. Right, what a Yamashita 31.9, Russell 31.8, Mick 30.8. They're saving fuel, admittedly. But this is the chase now. No rain, so a fully dry Grand Prix. Come on, Mick. Come on, Mick. You can get these points. I know you can. What's Evans doing in terms of lap times as well? Evans in... Okay, so we're getting a second lap on Evans as well. Because Evans, like, if Evans finishes where he does, he's going to be on the same points as Mick. And I don't want that. I actually want us to finish, like, ahead of Evans if we can. Evans is currently holding up Sainz, though. Max Verstappen at 28.1. That's, like, insane speed. Cassidy takes the lead. So we're 21 seconds behind Evans. And I'm convinced that Evans, Yamashita and Russell are pitting. So for me, that's 9th place. Is the way that I read that. They've turned up the wick a little bit. They're in the 31s. Charles Leclerc takes the lead. Max Verstappen drops to 2nd. Is it a big old 3-way scrap up the front? Oh, it is. Look at this. Charles Leclerc, Max Verstappen, Nick Cassidy for the lead in Rio de Janeiro. 2 seconds separating 3 drivers in 3 different cars. This is what Formula 1 should be.
Yeah, it was a bit like that this morning, wasn't it?
So,
At
yeah.
one point, and then the gap just grew.
Yeah,
And-
yeah. Then Leclerc basically went, okay, I'm going to try now.
Yeah, and anyone who was in second place seemed to either have an issue, just pit.
Yeah. Until Perez got there, but then Perez was like 20 seconds behind.
Hello. Did you see
Max-
what happened to Verstappen?
Yeah, he ran wide.
It's running wide, and
Sadly, has not run wide enough for Hamilton to catch him. But Hamilton up in 4th. Ocon, mechanical issue. Sadly, running in 16th place. Not going to help our charge for points. As we try. Mick crosses the line. 30.6. He's pushing on. He's pushing on. He's trying to get there. Hamilton's on his lonesome. It is Mick. Mick is providing the entertainment. He's charging. His form is diminishing for some reason. The engine and the gearbox in Hamilton's car is getting... I mean, it's getting bad, but it's not as bad as it was in Phoenix. We're now 20 seconds behind Yamashita. I don't know how long it takes to make a pit stop round here. Alright, let's just engine mode up. Let's go. We're 10 seconds behind Yamashita. We're 18 seconds behind Evans. Surely they have to pit. There's no way. There's no way. I can't. There's no way. I refuse to believe that they're going to do the full race distance. Evans in the pits! Yeah, we got him. We got past Evans. We just got past Evans. Probably a good thing that we turned up the engine when we did, because we had like that lap of pushing. Max Verstappen takes the lead. Wow, Verstappen. This is flip-flopping and flying. Savoy collides with Tictum. Russell has passed Yamashita now. Okay, Verstappen now has a lead of 2 seconds. As much as I'd love to say I think that's the end of it, I don't think it is. Hamilton sadly is 11 seconds back. He's not going to be getting involved. It's down to Mick. Mick is still the one charging here. Lawson pits. Nah, he was too far ahead of us, sadly. Oh, flat tyre on the Mercedes. We are in a points-paying position. Yamashita has pit.
That's what I like to hear.
Now, we just need Russell to pit. Hopefully, Russell pits. And if Russell pits, we'll go up to 9th. We do need to save just a bit of fuel. So let's now go back to medium. Little bit of fuel saving. Nothing too major, just a little bit. Yeah, no, Verstappen has now got like 5 seconds on Leclerc. Which, if it ends this way, they will be separated by 8 points going into the last race. Schumacher overtakes... oh, Russell does pit! There you go, 9th place. So now we just need to stay ahead of Evans. That is our sole objective for the rest of this Grand Prix. Stay ahead of the Aston Martin. Is he pushing? He's pushing like mad. He's trying. I mean, to be fair, we can also go attack mode. Mick's got enough tyres. He hasn't got like a lot of tyres, but he's got enough tyres. Stroll in the pits again for a third time by the looks of it. Oh, this is going to be a mega lap. Mega lap from Schumacher. A 29.5. Evans does not have the answer. We've opened up the gap a little bit. Let's just keep on top of it. Because, you know, I don't want to push too hard too soon and take the life out of everything. But right now, it's looking good. Oh, yes. Cassidy takes second place. Leclerc down to third. Here comes Evans. But here also comes Verstappen, interestingly enough. He's getting the blue flags. Right, Verstappen, or he's out of Verstappen's way. So what we're going to do now is we're going to, yep, high fuel mode. There we go. Blue flag. We're out of the way. We've got an extra lap of fuel. So we can now run high engine mode for the rest of the race with Schumacher. Oh! Evans gets through. Mick retakes him on the next corner, but Evans holds it.
Oof.
The Aston Martin and the Incompetent Racing Grand Prix. Evans absolutely done us there.
Yes, yes he did.
I mean, he's still going full out attack mode because he can afford to. He's got much fresher tyres than us.
Hmm.
Four laps left to go. I don't think this is over yet. I think there's still a few laps left of this race, and I think Mick can still definitely get that place back. Especially now that, you know, we've certainly got plenty of fuel in reserve. And he's shown he's had decent pace all race. As Verstappen crosses the line, 3 laps to go. Come on. Tsunoda in the pits again. That's unfortunate for him. I think this is going to end with Verstappen victory. Over Leclerc. Or over Cassidy, then Leclerc. Which means it will only be 5 points going into the final race. My, oh my. 2 laps to go. Mick Schumacher, personal best lap of the Grand Prix. Up to overtake mode. Here we go, Mick. This is all or nothing. Well, not all or nothing, because you're still 10th, but, you know. This is maximum overdrive. Dear God, super engine is not looking so super right now in terms of its reliability. But it's not red zone, so it's fine. Anyway, Full on attack mode for the last lap. Let's go. Oh, Max Verstappen sets the fastest lap. Come on, Mick. Come on, Mick. Get this 9th place. You deserve this 9th place. After the race you've had, you thoroughly deserve this. Come on. I don't think we're going to get it. I don't think we're going to get it. We've pushed as hard as we can. Sadly, we're not quite going to do it. But it is still 10th place and a 3rd points finish in a row for Mick Schumacher. Beautiful. And Hamilton's going to come home 4th. So 3 double points finishes in a row.
That's what we like to see. The more points we get, the better we are.
I think we have pretty much solidified 4th in the constructor standings. I think Hamilton has pretty much solidified 4th in the driver standings. Three more cars to finish. Who's finishing? Delatraz. Sainz. And there we go. Max Verstappen is your winner. Closes the gap in the championship fight down to 5 points. So that's something we're going to need to keep an eye on in the final race in Doha. Well, well, well. What I found is if we just less fluff, more fast forward, we can actually get 2 races done in under 3 hours. And yet we were getting 1 race done in 2 hours. Maybe the way forward, I perhaps think, possibly. You know, to make as much progress as possible before we jump into F1 Manager 2022 when that comes out later this year. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, quite indeed. Perhaps not. Yes.
Yes. Another happy game.
Another happy game of joy. Yeah, absolutely. We only
Yes.
have happy games of joy.
Well, I know there's a couple in my Steam library that are quite emotional, but, you know.
But you wouldn't call them happy games of joy, no?
Fun to play. Just sometimes the story's a bit emotional, shall we say.
I'm with you. Right. Good job from the team. No risk of rule break. Our cars are totally above board and legitimate.
Yes.
But someone's car wasn't.
Oh. And who was that?
Someone's car wasn't. It was Charles Leclerc.
Oh. And he went down 17 places.
So that means going into the final race, it's not 5 points in Leclerc's favour. It's 20 points in Verstappen's favour. We got a podium. Sorry, 10 points. 10 points in Verstappen's favour.
There we go.
Man, imagine being Charles Leclerc and just being like, yeah, no, your car was illegal, therefore... Oh, man. Look at Mick, 18th. Mick
Nice.
literally beating a Mercedes.
Yes.
You know, the same Mercedes that's up there, third, well, not, you know, not driven by the same driver, but you know what I mean.
Shh.
And I think we've solidified 4th in the constructor standings, which is beautiful. Can't believe we've done it. What a season we've had. What a season. Drivers will temporarily gain a small boost to morale whenever they sign a new contract. Yeah, we should probably, before the last race, have a chat with Lewis about his contract. Because now is probably the time that we should do it. In fact, let's do it now. Let's end the stream with this conversation. Team marketability. Yep, looking very good. Looking very good. Yep. Mick getting a small bit of potential, which is nice. On the podium, top 10 result. Lovely jubbly. Only losing £69,000. Very nice. Right. Now we just need to try and negotiate with Lewis Hamilton. You know, it was easier to negotiate with when we were taking him out of unemployment. Because it was like, hey, would you like some money to drive a car? Yeah, sure, go ahead. Now he's kind of driven the car for a while and done a reasonably good job at it. I'm a bit concerned about what he might want and desire, shall we say. Ba-da-ba-da-bum-ba-bum. Ba-da-da-da-ba-dum. So yes. But 2 successful races, Mike. How do you feel? Now that we've now seen Mick get points in 3 races.
Happy.
Happy.
Satisfied. And hopefully it will just continue.
Hopefully it will continue. You know, going into the last race, we're in a power position. You know, hopefully we can get Mick 4 in a row to end the season. That would be a best case scenario. We'll have a new front wing as well, because that gets built in literally a day. We just need to make sure it's reliable enough. Tuned in at the wrong time. Lee's concerned about the negotiation. I'm sure it'll be fine. What's literally the worst that could happen? Scuderia for Leclerc had a disaster race. No, he got disqualified. Charles is an excellent driver. Yeah. He's superb. Pit crew. Right. Let's just make sure. Do we want to run this guy for the last race? Yeah, we want to run a guy this race. Happy to hear about me. Yeah, dude, Mick's been doing great. And he finished 9th in that race after having to do a recovery drive. Like, he had a crash early on, dropped right down to the back, and fought his way back to 9th, making an extra pit stop. Technically fought his way back to 10th, and then Charles Leclerc was disqualified from the race. Marking the first time this year he hasn't scored points, by the way. Right. Lewis Hamilton. Yeah, he wants to talk? Alright, let's start some negotiations. Okay. Now, he's 41. He's old. He's good, but he is old. I don't like that he says wages are fairly important to me. That tells me he's going to be expensive now. Equal status. Oh, we're going to be upsetting him a fair bit. I only want to sign him on for I don't want to sign him on for 2 years. I'd like to do another year. It's only 2 years because we're doing it now.
Yeah.
So what's the max? Because, oh my goodness me. Okay. So fairly important. I think we could get away with... Let's... Okay, so hold on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is literally the middle number. And that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 1 down. Right, let's do the bonus, because I know he says the bonus isn't that important. Okay. Okay. So Not very. I don't think we can throw the book at this like we normally do. That'd be bad.
Like, because he'll most likely actually do it then.
Yeah, exactly. So let's.
And also, we don't need to.
Let's do
Because
that.
it's not-
Let's do
because
that.
Yeah, we don't need to throw the book at the bonuses on the basis that it's not very important to him. So,
And then he would prefer a long contract. I'm gonna go for a middle contract. I'm gonna hit continue. And I'm afraid you're going to have to wait till next time and the season finale to find out our contract negotiation status with Lewis Hamilton. Will he be staying on board with us, or are we going to have to find a replacement for next season?
cliffhanger!
You love a cliffhanger, because it's going into the finale of season 5, and then we've got everything to sort out. We've got contract negotiations, because, I mean, we've also got... we've got to do staff. We need to renew James Butland. See? It's not just about him. Wages aren't very important to you. All right, well, you can have that. And how much are we paying you right now? You deserve a pay rise. You've done a fantastic job. You also deserve a long contract. And naturally, if we win, you get, like, a bigger bonus. There you go. You see? I'm also offering a contract to James Butland. There you go. Because he's done a fantastic job, realistically. He's done a brilliant job. So he needs to consider that as well. Plus, he's not a very patient man, which is why I appreciate him. But, of course, we're going into the final race of the season. We've secured 4th, so we've done that. So we're going to get a good payout for that. We get a new front wing. We'll be able to build our car, do the livery, and find out our driver lineup. Because Mick is locked in for next season. Who's pairing up with him, though? Will it be Lewis Hamilton? Does he re-sign with us? If he doesn't, we need to consider scouting options. Sebastian Vettel could be available. We do have other options about contracts that end in 2026. George Russell, Carlos Sainz. You know, drivers where their contract ends this year. Yes, we'd have to pay a little bit of a breakout clause. I'm just saying. We have options, and those options will be discussed next time. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Comment any feedback down below. Subscribe and enable those notifications to be kept up to date with the content that comes to the channel. And do please check out the description box for Twitter, Discord, and the team channel. Mike, do you have any final closing words? Or I can't click with my left hand. Thoughts?
Does that help? I don't know if my microphone picked up the click either. Probably didn't.
It didn't, no.
Typical. Absolutely typical. Yeah. Stick around today, because I shall be doing a XCOM stream today on my channel, which I will probably stick in the Team Competent Discord, just so people can watch it if they want.
He's finally doing it. He's jumping in. Another XCOM series. Mine that needs to be revived. Yep. Lee's Star Wars one that we
need to revive.
To finish. And your one, which
is Warhammer 40k. Somewhat. Because I did try and get the Advent to Imperium to work, but it's not having a good time with my particular game. It's probably troubleshooting on my end that I need to do, but I can't.
Did the mods not like each other?
Yeah, honestly, I can't be asked.
That's fair. Because when mods don't work, it is very disheartening. But
it's disheartening, but it's a lot easier for me to not turn that particular mod on, just leave the others on. So
that's fair.
I'll make up a narrative. It's fine.
I like it. Well, as he says, stick around. That will be in the Discord. Like I said, you get all of your notifications there. But until then, we must bid you adieu. Stay safe, stay happy, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.